seems like you catch more fish on a worm. Now, having said that, when I go out to a tournament, I do a lot of things out there. I feel like I am very versatile. I don't feel like I am a specialist in any one technique. But the problem with that is that when you go out there and you have no idea what is up or down and how a bass can bite whatever you have on your deck, I don't have that really one go-to, just put it in my hand and go and do it, because I have a lot of techniques that I like to do. Whereas you take a specialist in any one technique, whether it's a David Frisk, he will crank from sun up until sundown every day. If he doesn't know what's going on, he's going to put a crankbait in his hand and just go and do it. If I don't know what's going on, I will go throw a worm on this dock. I'll go throw a worm on that brush pile. I'll crank a Lucky Craft 1.5 around some rock. Or I'll pull up a new Lucky Craft jerkbait they just came out with and go down the bank with that too. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't have that fallback pattern.
Wait, stop. Let me stop you. Wait, you said new jerkbait. I want to know, what is the new Lucky Craft jerkbait?
The new jerkbait
please
is, tell. I'm about to sneeze here. Hold on a second. I lost it. Let me get it. 1 second.
Yes. See, this is a Stray Cast exclusive. Again, the magic of bass fishing talk shows.
Going to the bait dungeon.
Brent has gone to retrieve the new limited edition Lucky Craft jerkbait that he is about to unveil here on the Stray Cast Show.
Suspended the
Welcome
show.
back, Brent.
There we go.
There it is.
The Lightning Pointer 110.
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay, so they have a Lightning Pointer. It's a bait that they came out with not too long ago. Now this is the new size. It's a 110 with 3 trebles on it.
Yes.
But based on the weight transfer and the weight design, it's going to have that good hard side-to-side dart action that you want with a jerkbait. But not only that, it's going to have that hard, wobble while it's doing that. So it's going to have 2 different actions to it. It's going to have this side, this wobble plus the hard darting action. So
love it.
That's what the Lightning Pointer does. The other thing is, I want to say this thing's like $9 or something. So for Lucky Craft,
wow,
yeah,
that's almost unheard of. So
yeah, for sure.
Competitive.
Pointer, I got some when we went to Lake Martin, and it was a very good bait. I only threw it a little bit. I was mostly fishing very deep, and so I didn't really throw the jerkbait much. But we're going to Lake Hartwell, and this one's definitely going to be in the mix for me.
Yeah,
we found one.
Yeah, look, and this was in the Ginger Ninja's stash, and apparently he stole it because the scanner bar is still on here.
Still on there.
So somehow he got out of Bass Pro Shops without even paying for this. Good job, Andy.
Or is it what size is it?
That's the smaller one. Yeah, it's not the 110. That's the 98 or whatever, or the 100.
Yeah, there you go.
So is that slow
That's the
sinker?
98,
Is
yes.
that slow sinker, or is that
Suspend.
It's a suspend. Yeah. Perfect.
It depends on. It really depends on what hooks you put on there and water temperature as well. But they're designed to suspend, so it's going to be a suspending bait for the most part. If you put big hooks on there, it's going to sink a little bit.
Nice. The new one. I'm excited. I love the Lucky Craft jerkbaits. There's no doubt about it. My favorite. Hey, we will take some calls. Should we open up the phone lines? You want to do this? If you want to talk and ask some questions to Brent Ehrler, the number is 520-214-2277. 520-214-2277. I sound like a real radio guy when I do that, don't I, Brent?
You sound amazing.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Can I be your spirit animal, please, just for tonight?
You got a lot of work to pass up in Arizona. So.
Well, just for tonight. I'm not asking for much.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Just for tonight. Just for tonight.
It's a great pickup line.
Yeah.
Can I be your spirit animal for the night?
I think I'm going to try that one later.
I like that. That's amazing. I'm not single, but man, if I was, I would try that.
That's a good one. And the other good pickup line is, hey, have you ever planted jelly beans to see if they would grow? Sometimes I use that one, and it works out really well for me, surprisingly. Yes.
Really?
Yeah, it's a good line. It works. I don't know why.
I think you just made that up.
It works. It's not a true story that I just made up. It's a true story.
It's a pickup line that you just made
let's take some calls. Do we have a fish on the line? We do. We have a fish on the line. Welcome. I am Brent Ehrler's spirit animal, and Brent is here to take your calls. Hello. How are you?
All right. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing? Who's calling? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Rivers Grove. I'm from out in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I'm a licensed guide out here, and
awesome.
I'm with Lucky Craft USA, and I wanted to ask Brett what his favorite Lucky Craft lure is, and then what color he prefers.
Wow.
All right, that's it's got to be a 1.5. I've caught more fish on that crankbait than any other. I take it back. It's a toss up between a 1.5 or some of their jerk baits. I've caught a lot of fish on their jerk baits. I mean, it could be a pointer 78, a pointer 100, the slender pointers. But day in and day out, from the start of the season to the end of the season, I've caught more fish on a 1.5. Two colors. One is the pearl threadfin shad. That is my favorite shad color bait.
Wow.
Now, the other one is called BE Guild.
Yes, I love it.
It is so good. It is so good. When they are on any kind of bluegill, especially around the spawn, that is a very, very good color and a good bait. There's something about that color. I have caught more bass on BE Gill that have the entire bait down their throat than any other color I've ever thrown. So when you get a bait, when you get a fish to bite a crankbait like that, you know it has the right movement, the right color, and it's exactly what they want to eat.
They're buying it.
You're doing the right thing.
Correct.
There's no doubt about it.
Absolutely.
Excellent
Awesome.
question. So
I appreciate it.
what'd you say your name was again? Because I didn't catch it. You kind of broke up.
My first name is Rivers.
Rivers.
R-I-V-E-R-S.
That's an amazing fisherman
last
name.
Grove.
Rivers
Yeah.
Grove.
That's a great name.
I think if your last name was Ketchum, Rivers Ketchum, that would be even better.
Yeah, but my middle name's Mountain, so it's definitely one name that you'll never forget.
Were your
Rivers
parents
Mountain
hippies?
Grove,
Rivers Mountain Grove.
He must have had hippie parents.
Yeah.
John Denver?
That's awesome.
What's that?
That's a movie star name.
Yeah, that is a movie
That
star
is.
name. And he's with Lucky Craft, so I guess he's doing okay. He's doing
Absolutely.
Hey, thanks, man. We appreciate you calling, and thanks for watching the show, bud.
Hey, absolutely. I appreciate it. And Brent, good luck. I hope everything goes great this year for you. And hope everything goes great. That's all I can say.
There it
Thank
is.
you.
Thanks, River.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for calling.
That is awesome.
Hey, no problem. Thank you.
River.
Bye.
I'm going to rename myself River
Yeah.
after that.
Jealous
Let's get back
of
to
that name.
worming. I want to know what you like that segue right there? I want to know. I want to know basically the rig. Like, what is your deal? You're talking about. Okay, I'm gonna have the worm rigged up. What's the worm? What's the deal? What are you doing? How you rigging it?
A Texas rig is so versatile. Again, like the 1.5, day in and day out, something that I'm going to have on the deck. One of two baits for me. It's going to be a flapping hog that Yamamoto makes. If I'm going to flip, that's going to be the bait. For just overall fishing, if I'm going to fish deep, if I'm going to fish shallow, if I had one bait, I kind of talked about how I feel like I'm a versatile fisherman, and when I get spun out, I don't really have that fallback, technique that I feel like I can catch them on. I'm going to contradict that right now and say that I've done it multiple times. If I don't know what's going on, I don't know what they're going to bite, there is a rig that I will throw that I know I can catch something on, and it is something that it does not matter if you're fishing in 50 feet of water or if you're fishing in a foot of water. A Texas rig Senko with anywhere, depending on the depth. If you're fishing in a foot of water, it's an 1/8 ounce. If you're fishing in 20 feet of water, it's a 3/16. If you're fishing in 50 feet, it's, I would still go with a quarter, maybe a 3/8.
Wow.
I like that.
Yeah, that's interesting to me.
The fish flat out bite it. It does not matter. They just flat out will bite it. You can fish it, weightless as well. If you're fishing sparse grass and you're casting, then a weightless Texas rig Senko is one of the best baits you can throw. But you put a weight on it and you can do so many different things with it. I almost won an FLW event over on Lake Okeechobee, and a good bulk of the fish I was catching flipping sparse reeds with a 3/8 ounce weight and 50-pound braided line.
I remember.
And I caught them and caught them and caught them. I caught a 9-pounder. I mean, in the tournament, I caught one almost 9. It was an 8-14 on a Senko with a Texas rig and a heavy braid. And you can fish it out in deep water with 12-pound test and a 1/4 ounce weight. There's so many things you can do with it, and the fish will bite it. day in and day out anywhere in the entire country.